Hello, welcome to the HealthTrust software therapy demonstration. I will be walking you through the highlights of our software today, but the first thing you want to know is that our software was designed and is currently being directed by a healthcare attorney, now HealthTrust software CEO, Jonathan Covart. So basically, that means as far as regulatory changes are concerned, we'll keep track of that and we make staying compliant as efficient and as easy as possible for you. Second thing you want to know is that for your office users, everything is completely web-based. There's no need to download anything. Now, for your therapists, if they do want to visit a remote area, they can use our offline point of care. Okay. So upon entering the system, the first thing you'll see is My Calendar. My Calendar is an easy way to see what's going on in the upcoming week, any upcoming conferences, any company events, upcoming meeting, personal tasks. It just acts as a calendar that you can use. You can also switch that to a monthly view, but weekly kind of condenses the most important things that are going on in this upcoming week. So the second thing you also want to view is our Unread Messaging tab. Unread messages allow you to see any messages that are sent through our system, email, and we'll talk more about that later. You also will see an upcoming task alert bar, which will allow you to see any tasks that aren't viewing your calendar, but you want to keep track of. So moving right along to our alerts act sort of as vital signs for your business. So instead of going to all your staff to get a report on what's going on, this puts all your business information right there at your fingertips. So for instance, you want to visit you want to get an update on how billing is doing. Right here you'll be able to see the unable to bill episodes ending this week, timely filing deadlines, contract renewals. Okay, let's visit authorizations. You'll see any expiring authorizations, and you will also be able to use an authorization analysis. This will allow you to let's pull up somebody. No, not a provider. Let's do Bobby Boucher. Alrighty, submit. Okay, with our authorization analysis, it will allow you to view authorization details, schedule to perform, any comments related to that. So as you see, there's 2 missing visits for this authorization. You'll be able to easily view that without leaving this alert menu. Okay, let's move right on to HR. So here you can keep track of your therapist licenses, anything expiring in the next 30 days, missed visits, and we can go through all these, but if you need to get a view of what's going on in your company, you can easily view that through our alerts. If you're case managers, this will allow you to keep track of how your employees are doing, any past due visits. Let's go down, any failed visits, visit statistics, agent supervision. On our marketing tab, this will allow you to view how your marketing efforts are doing. If it's probably not going to pull up a marketing campaign right now because this is just a software demo, but if you were doing a marketing campaign, you can view how each of your marketers are doing, how effectively they're using their time. Same thing with operations. Move over to your finances, any profit or loss trends, you can keep track of that. Okay, let's move on to preferences. Preferences allows you to control how you see the software. So let's go down to visit font size. So perhaps this font is a little too small for you. You can change it to extra large, make it easier to view. Oops. I'm just moving all over the place today. The color scheme. You can change the color scheme of the software. You can also change the font type, all that. Manage your username and your password right here on our preference tab. Now we talked about messaging earlier. Messaging allows you to send internal messages to the software. You can also send email and text. You can also send to a particular group of people. So let's see, you wanted to send it to only your marketers. So this will send all your messaging to your marketers. Add a subject, obviously, your message category, status, attach a file to that, and then you can also track messages. So you want to make sure that you keep track of all how your marketers are doing. You can have all those marketers, the various amount of marketers you have in mind, all their messages categorized into our system. Keep track of that. Make sure your inbox is well organized. Moving right along to our CRM. CRM allows you to keep track of different accounts, contacts within those accounts, any tasks, just a good database for, let's visit a contact, a person's priority, potential, their likes and dislikes, all that you can track through our system, and link it to a particular account as well. Moving right along to our referral menu. Let's visit referral. We do have referral management. On the summary page, you'll be allowed to view kind of a cover sheet of what's in the rest of these tabs. So some of your very important information right there at your fingertips. Demographics, you will have access to all the patient information. If you put in a height, let's change this to 6'4". It will automatically print out a BMI once you put in the height and the weight of your patient. Any contacts related to that patient, additional contacts. On this tab, you also will get make use of our integration with Google Maps. Type in directions, but if you're all you have to do is really type in an address and get that Google Maps directions for any of your therapists that are visiting patients on site. Move right along to referral management. You can change the referral status. You can also add attributes. So instead of having just decline, you can add a particular attribute to explain why that referral was declined, out of service. You can manage that. You can also print these referral forms and use them for admission orders. Let's see here. Any marketers, campaigns, accounts, contacts you want to add with that particular referral or patient, you can do that right here. Services being rendered, face-to-face encounter form, clinician order, all that stuff, physician information. You can also add up to 5 different insurance payers to any particular patient. So once the authorization limits maxes out on your primary insurance, you can have it automatically billed to the secondary payer. You can keep track of agents, case managers, PT supervisors. In our referral menu and our patient menu, you also have access to our full Lexicon Database. So instead of typing in the full name of the medication, let's get one going here. So it types it out for you. So it makes that process really simple. You can also view any drug interactions, any contraindications as you put in the medication. Now we do have a diagnosis management module right here. You can add in procedure codes as well. You can add any events. So let's see, incident reports, discharge summaries, any seizure logs, flow sheets, as you can view right here as well. You can add that through our system. Okay. You can also add electronic medical records, clinical information, also add notes and categorize those notes instead of having a big blob of notes relating to a patient. You can categorize that and keep that well organized. We also allow you to process and manage referrals. Now you can print these out, but you can also take advantage of our HFaxing module. This will allow you to easily send order forms to physicians, track how those order forms are doing, and review those as you come along. So it really streamlines that process. We have full authorization. Well, gotta authorize something first. Moving right along, point of care. On a point of care, the first thing you'll see is all the visits relating to that particular therapist. So every therapist will only see the visits assigned to them. You as an administrator will obviously be able to view all the visits. So let's walk you through a typical point of care. Before you even start the visit, your therapist can click on the address and get automatic integration with Google Maps, so they can see where this visit is taking place without actually having to open up the point of care. Essential information, they can view the medical records before starting the visit. Alrighty, so the very first page you'll see would usually be visit information. So you can add in the start and end odometers, mileage, whether that therapist is using a personal vehicle, right along, patient information, patient street address, patient phone, social security number, patient ID, race, family member, type of residence, ability to communicate, allergies, medication profile, any medication equipment, mental status, safety measures, on and on. You can also add your diagnosis codes, language assessment. Keep walking through that. Literacy. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to speed up this process for you, because every point of care is a little bit different. You can perform a plan of care, handle any modalities, frequency and duration, any long-term or short-term goals. You will also be able to add any attributes to those particular goals and view any previous answers in those particular fields to streamline that process. You can also create TP1 and TP2 forms in our system. Okay, any discharge planning, any additional documents, flow sheets, seizure logs, incident reports, you can create that right there at point of care. Care coordination, you can create a communication note. You can add any of that information right there. You can also create a supervisory visit right here at point of care. You can add patient signature. Let me go ahead and erase this. So if you have a tablet, your patient, so let's say they're serving me, you can get that patient signature. Sorry, I can't talk today, as well as a clinician signature right there in point of care. So once that patient or that point of care visit is saved, and by the way, as you move through these different windows, all your documentation is auto-saved. So if your computer was to crash or anything of that sort, all your information is auto-saved. But once that is saved and validated, it will be taken automatically to our care validation, so your Q&A team. Let's see, there you go. Can validate that visit. Now in our validate visit menu, you will be able to walk through that visit as if you were a clinician, view all that information, go through each screen, make any suggestions or comments on that. You can validate and pass that visit. You'll have the ability to view any warnings before you even have to enter the any of the fields, leave any notes or anything like that. You can e-sign on this screen, so manage the whole Q&A process without actually leaving this screen right here. Okay. Let's see, view pending claims. Okay, now on our billing menu, you can view all your pending claims, view all your responses to that. You can do commercial billing, self-pay billing, PPS, any of that. We do offer integration with virtually every clearinghouse from Bailey to Gateway to MDON. We also offer direct billing to TMHP. There you go. I think I said that right. So you have that capability through our billing menu. You can also manage ledgers, payrolls. Let's see, create new payroll. No, you want to go to payroll setup. Manage your company defaults. So you can allocate what hours are considered overtime, and also go to each particular agent. We'll go to the HR menu to elaborate on that and set the pay rate for each individual employee. If you want to allocate a particular bonus percentage to each employee, if you want to assign different pays for tasks, anything involving paying your employees is the way you see fit. You can do that through our payroll and our HR module. And then also you can manage all your agents, all your clinicians and therapists right here, all their application information, their licensing, if they still have system access. So, if you have to let therapists go, they leave, you can immediately keep them from accessing the system, keep track of their licenses if they're set to expire, any electronic records, financial records, see desired overtime, what I was talking about earlier, overtime threshold, max hours they're allowed to put into system, schedule preferences, any agent attributes, particular tasks assigned to that, and any notes. Now, as it relates to, I did not walk you through already leave that. Let's go ahead. Walk you through our scheduling module. So let's not do an agent, let's do a patient. So you can categorize how you view visits in our scheduling module with agent or patient, view monthly or weekly, so we'll visit this particulars. Okay, so in our scheduling module, you can very easily copy a visit, have it go to move it around. You can also have it copy to, let's say this visit is done every Monday, so it'll automatically print out visits for that Monday. You can also manage your display options if you want to view just the patient name. So you got Bobby Boucher right there. You can also manage the time, agent name, all that. So whatever you want to view in our scheduling module. Now, once agents' licenses expire, the system will automatically not allow you to schedule visits to that therapist. So you can make sure that you're always in compliance as far as that's concerned. Okay, let's see if there's anything else that I can show you here. You can definitely edit that. Edit patient, agent, service, edit status. You can also create a visit. Do Bobby Boucher. Let's assign a service, routine. Okay, so when you add a charge, you can add service information, agent information, but you can also take advantage of our agent analyzer, which will take a number of attributes as it relates to each of your staff members. So their pay rate, how close they are to a particular patient, all that information will crank out a particular point metric. So when you're trying to assign an agent to a particular patient, you know which one is most cost effective and which one's best for your patient. So it'll print out that information right there. Oh, keep going to Google short. Alrighty. So I talked about HR. Next thing you want to see, we have in our report center over 170 reports that you can use to view almost anything. So agent lists, census, you can view that right here. View all this information as it relates to that. Save that, print that information out. You can also go to our quick consultant. So you want to see how your marketing is doing. Start that so you can view the number of marketers, the campaigns that are going on, physician sources, all that, and the system will automatically give you some feedback based on the data that you have in there. So this is below optimum ratio. Obviously 0 is below optimum. Let's visit another financial analysis. So all your monthly totals, checks deposited last month, all that information right there, your fingertips. Payer mix right here. So all this is very automatic. It just gives you a quick analysis of how's everything going in your business. On our referral tab, this is really important. It allows you to customize your payers, your submitters, your diagnosis codes, your agents, all that, to kind of manage all your data in the software. It also allows you to customize which agents, which administrators, which users can view what components of the software. You can also, in our administrator tab, manage company settings, default time, time zone, all that stuff, self-pay notice, number of records on menu. So complete customization of the software. Is there anything in the software that you want to customize? You can do that in these two tabs right here. On our help tab, you will have access to our support ticket options. So if you see anything wrong with our system, you can send us an email there. You can also contact us from 7 to 7 Central Time, Monday through Saturday, if you have any questions. Our support is completely free. We also are in the process of launching a couple hundred training videos, and we just got done releasing our first version of this user manual. So if you have a question about anything in the software, you will have access to that in text format and also in video. Now, of course, I just ran through the highlights of our software, but if you have any questions, please send me those questions to piero@healthtrustsoftware.com. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions for you. But until then, have a good day, and thank you for watching this demo.